Hello everyone, welcome to Krakow video series. In today's video, let's have a look at innovation and entrepreneurship questions for CMAT exam. Kalari Capital is an example of venture capitalist fund. What is a hectocon? The answer is a privately held company with a more than $100 billion valuation. Hectocons are privately held firms that exceeds the valuation of $100 billion. Which of the following is not a financial ratio? The answer is divergent ratio. Let's also understand what are the other ratios. So this solvency ratio, it is a key metric. It's used to measure an enterprise's ability to meet its long-term liabilities or long-term debt obligations, and it is used often by prospective business lenders. So it indicates whether a company's cash flow it is sufficient to meet its long-term liabilities. And next, what is liquidity ratio? So coming to liquidity ratio, it is a class of financial metric used to assess a debtor's ability to pay current debt obligations without raising external capital. And coming to activity ratio, it is used to determine the efficiency of an organization in utilizing its assets for generating cash and revenue. And coming to the divergent ratio, it's basically not a financial ratio, so that is the answer. Which country has the highest number of SaaS, that is software as a service companies in the world? The answer is USA. The report by Statista shows that there are around 30,800 plus SaaS companies around the world, with the most in the United States. A dash rate is the currency exchange rate for immediate delivery, which for most currencies means the exchange of currencies takes place 2 days after the trade. The answer is spot exchange. A spot exchange rate is a currency exchange rate for immediate delivery, for which most currencies means the exchange of currencies takes place 2 days after the trade. Dash employment is caused by changes in the general level of economic activity. The answer is cyclical unemployment. Cyclical unemployment is caused by changes in the general level of economic activity. And also let's understand what is the frictional unemployment. So basically frictional unemployment is the result of voluntary employment transitions within an economy. And coming to the example, one of the example of frictional unemployment is someone quitting their jobs to seek a new one that offers more pay or better benefits. Next, coming to structural unemployment. So the structural unemployment is resulting from industrial reorganization, typically due to technological changes rather than fluctuations in supply or demand. So in simple words, it occurs when there is a mismatch between the jobs that are available and the people looking for work. One of the example of structural unemployment is like job loss due to automation and the decline in the coal industry demonstrate how technological changes and customer preferences and regulations can lead to a skill mismatch in the labor market. Next, coming to voluntary unemployment. Voluntary unemployment, it is a situation when a person is unemployed not due to unavailability of jobs in the economy, but because of not being able to find employment of his or her own choice. So one of the example is when someone chooses not to work because they won't accept a job with low pay or undesirable working conditions, or simply because or they are content with the quality of government assistance or the unemployment insurance they receive in exchange for their choice of inactivity. Dash is the ratio of total sales or revenue to the average assets of a company. The answer is assets turnover ratio. The asset turnover ratio measures the value of a company's sales or revenue relative to the value of its assets. And also let's understand what is debt to equity ratio. So the debt to equity ratio, it depicts how much debt a company has compared to its assets. So basically it is calculated by dividing a company's total debt by total shareholders' equity. And one more important thing is the higher the equity to debt ratio, it states that the company may have a more difficult time covering its liabilities. So that is, in simple words, the more the debt to equity ratio, the more is the difficult time for the company. And now let's understand what is market value ratio. So a market value ratio, these are the financial metrics that measures and analyzes stock prices and compare market prices with those of competitors and against other facts and figures. These ratios track the financial performance of public companies to understand their position in the market. Next, coming to annual percentage yield. So the annual percentage yield, or APY, it's a percentage that reflects the amount of money or interest you earn on money in a bank account over 1 year. So it includes compound interest, and you can use a compound interest calculator to quickly see what you will earn within a given APY, that is the annual percentage yield. So it is a percentage that reflects the amount of money or interest you earn on money in a bank account over 1 year. Next question. Which country received the highest amount in remittances in 2023 according to the World Bank? The answer is India. India received the highest amount of remittances in 2023, accounting for 66% of all remittances to South Asia according to the World Bank data. Dash is a non-monetary contribution that the individuals or founders of a company make towards the company. The answer is sweat equity. So it is a non-monetary contribution that the individuals or the founders of a company make towards the company. Next question. What is the condition to describe rapid, excessive and out of control increase in price of an economy? The answer is hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is a condition to describe rapid, excessive and out of control increase in price of an economy. And coming to cost push inflation, it is also known as wage push inflation. So basically what is a cost push inflation is occurs when overall prices increase due to increase in the cost of wages and raw materials. Next, coming to stagflation, it is a simultaneous appearance in an economy of slow growth, high unemployment and rising prices. Next, coming to demand push inflation, it happens when there is too much of demand for services and goods in the economy. So this pushes up prices, which leads to inflation. Next question, what is the full form of LOB? The answer is line of business. So basically it is a general term which refers to a product or a set of relatable products that serve a particular customer transaction or business need. Next question, which of the following is not reported in financial statements as part of an inventory? The answer is plant and machinery. Machines are not reported in financial statements as a part of an inventory. The account payables, accruals and notes payables are listed on balance sheet as current liabilities. The methodology in which you focus on resources that you will be using to complete the project, such as teams, equipment, office space, etc. So it doesn't put as much emphasis on task order or schedule, but rather on balancing resources and keeping them flexible is CCPM, that is Critical Chain Project Management. Next question, a party that has an interest in the company and can either affect or be affected by the business is called stakeholder. So a party that has an interest in a company and can either affect or be affected by the business is called as a stakeholder. The capital investment decision process is primarily concerned with capital budgeting. The capital investment decision process is primarily concerned with capital budgeting. Which one of the following is a part of income statement? The answer is revenues. Dash of a demand is a measurement of the change in the consumption of a product in relation to a change in its price. The answer is price elasticity. Price elasticity of demand is a measurement of the change in the consumption of a product in relation to a change in its price. Next question, Dash measures a company's total value, often used as a more comprehensive alternative to equity market capitalization? The answer is enterprise value. Enterprise value measures a company's total value, often used as more comprehensive alternative to equity market capitalization. Life cycle costing is? The answer is the maintenance of physical asset cost records over entire asset lives. Dash is a donation of money or property to a non-profit organization which uses the resulting investment income for a specific purpose. The answer is endowment fund. An endowment fund is a donation of money or property to a non-profit organization which uses the resulting investment income for a specific purpose. Next question. Dash refers to an inflation rate that is decreasing over time but remains greater than zero. The answer is disinflation. Disinflation refers to an inflation rate that is decreasing over time but remains greater than zero. Next question. A country that does not trade with other countries is called autarky. A country that does not trade with other countries is called autarky. Dash is a metric that indicates a company's profitability in relation to its total assets. The answer is return on assets. Return on assets is a metric that indicates a company's profitability in relation to its total assets. Next question. BIM is developed by NPCI, that is National Payments Corporation of India. Next question. What is a bull market? A bull market, it's a condition of a financial market in which prices are rising or are expected to rise. Next question. The liquidity ratio that measures a company's ability to pay short-term obligations or those due within 1 year is called current ratio. Next question. The term economic moat, which is used to describe a company's competitive advantage, is popularized by Warren Buffett. The term economic moat, popularized by Warren Buffett, it refers to a business ability to maintain competitive advantages over its competitors in order to protect its long-term profits and market share. So, next question. Which of the following is not an interpersonal skill expected from a business professional? The answer is lackadaisical. Lackadaisical refers to someone who is careless and less aware. So, this is not expected from a business professional. Next question. What is the Gini index? It measures income distribution across a population. Dash over a period, typically a year, is the total value of goods and services produced within a country's boundaries. The answer is GDP, that is Gross Domestic Product. Next question. Which Indian state launched the Unnati scheme to create end-to-end support infrastructures for startups and entrepreneurs from marginalized backgrounds? The answer is Karnataka. Karnataka launched the Unnati scheme to create end-to-end infrastructure support for startups and entrepreneurs from marginalized backgrounds. Dash is a brief way of introducing yourself, getting across a key point or two, and making a connection with someone. The answer is elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is a brief view of introducing yourself, getting across a key point or two, and making a connection with someone. Next question. India's first university-based research park that aspires to build a knowledge and innovation ecosystem where industry leaders and scholars can collaborate with state-of-art technology to integrate and apply advancements in knowledge to real-time products or services. IIT Madras Research Park. Next question. A term to describe a period of spiking inflation plus slow economic growth and high unemployment is called stagflation. Dash is a business model that depends on person-to-person sales by independent representatives often working from home. The answer is network marketing. So, network marketing is a business model that depends on person-to-person sales by independent representatives often working from home. Next question. Who among the following is a famous healthcare entrepreneur? The answer is Dhaval Shah. Dhaval Shah, who is the founder of PharmEasy, is a famous healthcare entrepreneur. So which tech giant developed eBiz portal which provides a welcoming online environment for business? The answer is Infosys. Dash is the full form of SAFTA. The answer is South Asian Free Trade Area. The difference between the total revenue and total expenditure of the government is known as fiscal deficit. Which of the following ratios is a measure of the liquidity of the company? The answer is quick ratio. Quick ratio is a measure of the liquidity of the company. Which among the following is not a key performance indicator of a company? The answer is satisfaction ratio. The satisfaction ratio is not a key performance indicator. Which of the following startups was founded in 2018 by Anurag Sinha, Rupesh Kumar and Vaibhav Hati? This Pune-based fintech startup offers Visa credit cards. The answer is OneCard. OneCard was founded in 2018 by Anurag Sinha, Rupesh Kumar and Vaibhav Hati, and this is a Pune-based fintech startup which offers Visa credit cards. Next question. Vinita Singh is the founder of Sugar Cosmetics. Next question. Which one of the following is an EdTech startup? The answer is Vedantu. Which of the following can lead to a business failure? The answer is poor market research, customer dissatisfaction and inefficient management. So the answer is all of the above. Who is the following is not a book written by Peter Lynch? The answer is The Psychology of Money. This was written by Morgan Housel and the rest of the three are written by Peter Lynch. That is Beating the Street, One Upon the Wall Street, Learn to Earn. Next question. Which of the following is an example of intangible asset? The answer is goodwill. Goodwill is an example of an intangible asset. Next question. An informational document which promotes a certain product, service or methodology to influence current and prospective customers or investor decisions is the white paper. A white paper is an informational document issued by a company or a non-profit organization to promote or highlight the features of a solution, product or service that it offers or plans to offer. Dash has the responsibility of protecting the interests of the shareholders. The answer is the Board of Directors. The Board of Directors has the responsibility of protecting the interests of the shareholders. If you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon below. In case of any doubts, please do comment in the comment section below.